Maybe you only get one payment that month and you need to make it last that month. Or maybe you've done a bunch of work and you get a big chunky payment, but you don't know when you're getting that next payment. So what do you do with that? How do you survive fiscally when you're getting these kind of sporadic payments? Hey guys, Abby Johnson here with Matterhorn Business Development. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. We are a family-owned, awesome company, and we make videos, 3 videos a week about business, profit first, leadership, all those kinds of things, tools for the small business owner. So I hope you join our community. So today I want to talk specifically to those of you who are getting large amounts of money either upfront or maybe after your job. These are kinds of industries such as contractors, designers, realtors, anything where you're getting paid a lot upfront or you do a bunch of work and then get paid after the fact. Now, this can be tricky when you're managing your money. Maybe you only get one payment that month and you need to make it last that month. Or maybe you've done a bunch of work and you get a big chunky payment, but you don't know when you're getting that next payment. So what do you do with that? How do you survive fiscally when you're getting these kind of sporadic payments? So I'm a certified profit first professional. That means that I am certified to help people implement the profit first system in their companies. If you're here because you've heard of profit first, awesome. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out our playlist up here because that will help you with what I'm about to talk about. So as you may or may not know, one of the main parts of profit first is you have to pick an allocation day, a specific frequency when you're going to manage your money and allocate money into different bank accounts. So this could be twice a month, this could be once a week. Personally, I like once a week for my finances, but you need to choose what's right for you. And that is step number 1 of when you're getting large amounts of money. You might think, okay, well, I only got one payment this month, I just need to do it one time. But part of making your life less stressful when it comes to this area is actually picking a more frequent time, like I would suggest at least twice a month or weekly if you do better with weekly. So I'm gonna pick some very simple numbers to illustrate my next point. So just keep in mind this is a very simple example, but it might not be what fits for you, and a spreadsheet will probably have to be involved in this method. So what you're gonna need is something called a drip account. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna get this big sum of money and you're gonna slowly drip it out to yourself. That way you don't just have 10 grand sitting there and you say, how do I make this last 2 months? You're kind of like almost giving yourself an allowance. For this example, let's say you were given $10,000 upfront for a project, whatever industry you might be in, and that project is gonna take you 10 weeks. Again, I'm using very simple numbers. And let's say you picked your allocation period as once every 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, you sit down, you distribute your money, you pay your bills, you pay yourself, you pay your vendors, and all of that. So what you would do is you put that $10,000 in a special drip account bank, and every 2 weeks, you take $2,000 of it and distribute it into your other profit first accounts. Even if you aren't using the profit first system, you can still at least set up that drip account and transfer $2,000 into that one main account that you probably have. Obviously, I'm gonna recommend that you use the profit first system. Check out the link down below up here of the different bank accounts you should have. So then instead of having $10,000 and you might be like, cool, I have $10,000, I'm gonna go spend 5 of it on a new piece of equipment. Now you are kind of giving yourself an allowance, and it kind of reins in those big spending. I know a lot of people where they get that big check and they want to go buy something because that now they have this big check. But this kind of helps rein that in so that you aren't just spending when you get these big amounts. And you can see, you know, even over those $2,000 allocations, you can set aside chunks of it until you really actually can afford that $5,000 piece of equipment. Now, the same method is gonna go if you're getting a big chunk after the fact of your project. So let's say you did a project that was 10 weeks long, you got half of it as a down payment and half of it afterwards. So you would just take that, let's say $5,000, and spread it out over 5 weeks, or pick what makes sense for your income level. So the main idea is that you're getting a chunk of money and you're gonna split it up throughout your allocations so you aren't taking it all at once. I definitely suggest having a spreadsheet for this, and even if you're getting another payment during that same time, let's say 5 weeks in you get a $5,000 payment, you would split that one up too. So maybe instead of $2,000 every 2 weeks, you're doing $2,500 every 2 weeks. This is where having a Profit First professional does help to guide you further in this. If you have questions though, you can totally comment below and I will help you. But I hope this helps you, helps rein in any confusion or big spending when you're getting big lumps of money. And I hope to see you next time.